Under the circumstances, we had an incredibly short turnaround with the 5 a.m. arrival. I guess it was yesterday morning, and really no practice yesterday. Just kind of a one-day, prep. I thought our guys showed great focus and energy. I thought Avery Holmes was outstanding defensively on Holmes. Deion Holmes, he did a terrific job, and then offensively he played with good passion, had a mix to his game. He made his threes when they were there, but we've been encouraging him to drive the ball to the rim, and I thought he did that. It was great to see Ty Hudson knock down a couple shots early and open some things up. I thought, early on we wanted to go inside and attack them at the rim, and we really kind of did that. And they made a few adjustments. Coach Payne's great coach, been doing this a long time. They made a few adjustments and tightened it up around the rim and forced us to make some threes. And fortunately, we have a team this year that shoots the ball better, and so we had to make more threes, and we did that.
Does it always make it easier when you hit 8 of your first 13 from beyond the arc?
Obviously it does. It makes you look better. It makes everything feel better. We've shot the ball well. Hopefully that continues. I've said all year that I think that's one of the keys to this year's team is we have more guys that can make shots. I don't think we're as good defensively as we've been, and that's something we've got to continue to work on. But we do have more guys that can consistently make a three-point shot, and you've seen that in the last couple games we've played.
Considering the quick turnaround, were you surprised the guys had their legs underneath them as much as they did?
Well, a little bit. I mean, we try to manage it, and I think we did a good job of managing the situation just in terms of yesterday, and not, basically they went to class. We got home at 5, and they had 8s and 9s, and they were in class all day yesterday. And then yesterday afternoon, instead of meeting and practicing and doing something like that, we just told them to go to bed. And we met at 8 o'clock at night and spent about an hour and a half just kind of watching film, going over their personnel, talking about what we were going to do on both ends. So really all day yesterday they didn't do anything physical activity-wise. And then today we came in for an hour shoot-around and after midday and kind of jogged through some things that we needed to do to be organized for the game. As much of anything, it's a mental approach, and I thought our mental approach was really good. Our focus and attention to detail was where it needed to be.
Are you happy with the way Avery's evolving now as your
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we've always thought he's a good, solid player, and he's one of those guys that continues to improve. He's getting better and more comfortable with how we do things. Early on, I think first couple games he was a little nervous, and there's always going to be some learning curve. Avery's a pleaser. He's trying to do the right thing. Sometimes he tries too hard. But as he gets more comfortable, I think you'll see him continue to play well. And obviously when he makes a couple threes, that really helps open some things up. And he's got that same competitive fight that Rod Hall had that you like out of players, that, he wants to guard other teams' good players. He stays in his stance. He works. He fights guys off screens. He grinds at the game, which is, it's a great skill. Talent and toughness are, skills. Toughness is a skill that is often overlooked, and certainly he has toughness.
One guard's kind of a quarterback in basketball. Do you see chemistry starting to form between Holmes and the rest of the starters?
Well, I hope so. There's still a lot for Avery to learn. There's a lot of things we do, but he certainly feels more comfortable with every passing day, and I think his play shows that. The mix is for him, because he can score some, the mix is for him to continue to do both, is to not go one way or the other, not become just a guy that thinks about scoring, but then also I don't want him to be a guy that just thinks about passing. I want him to have that mix. I want him to stay aggressive. I want him to do what he did tonight, which was shoot shots and attack the basket when it was there, but also, make the right reads and get other guys shots, and he did that tremendously well tonight.
How did you think Legend looked in his debut, and any update on his injury?
No update. We'll know more tomorrow morning. There's a little bit of swelling. They're going to have to look at it again, I think. I thought he did fine. He did what we think he can do. He's a big, tall, long guy that can run the floor and alter shots at the rim. And, he can throw one in over a shoulder when he gets it deep. So, he's got to continue to work. He's got a ton to learn. I mean, he's only been playing about 3 years and, hasn't had a lot of coaching. So he's a developmental big guy, but he has tools that you can't teach. Obviously, his length, his shot blocking ability, his size that way are special. And so you take a guy like that and you work with him and, hope he has the hunger to develop into the kind of guy you want him to be. And I thought for a guy playing his first first game, he did well.
You've got Wofford and then Alabama over the next
Right.
10 or 11 days or so. How important is it to gain momentum heading into this holiday?
It is. I
period?
mean, we want to play well. We want to rack up wins. We want to, continue to build more interest in our team and continue to get more folks to come out and support us. And we know we have to play well and win and do that. And we're going to get a great Wofford team here on Sunday. And there's a lot going on that day. And so we're going to do our best to make the fans that come support us that day proud of what they see. Hopefully we'll continue to play really hard and shoot the ball at a high level again.
It's getting tired and early. Part of just trying to give Avery some rest.
Yeah, we were going to play everybody, a lot right away, and because I told those guys early on, just go as hard as you can, and we're going to have guys ready. And Avery was obviously having to grind it on both ends because of the defensive intensity you got to have when you're playing against a great player. And so we certainly knew that we were going to put Ty in early, Gabe in early, Josh in early, City in early. All those guys were going to play right away, and I thought our bench played well tonight.
Ty